Some of you guys may remember a perfect 4-3-3 that I created months back using AS Roma. A lot of you have downloaded it and a lot of you have won using it. But what if I told you guys that we've made major changes and this one is better? Welcome to the Perfect 4-3-3 Rebirth. Yes, people, welcome back to the channel where we have another tactical video. This time it's a 4-3-3 Perfecto that we created months back. We have created it already, but we have made major changes, and I believe that we have made this one even better. But why do I think that? Why? So, for context, you can see at the bottom here, no European trophies, but you can see here in the UEFA Conference League, it is Sparta Prague versus FC Cologne. So you can see that this tactic is successful, and it can be, well, very successful if we win that European trophy. In this video, and like the original, we are going to be looking at the results first, then we're going to come back to the tactics, compare it, check out the differences and why I think this one is better, and then at the end of the video, we are going to play that European League final. Let's get stuck in. If you think you're going to like this video, give it a thumbs up. Also in the comment section, I haven't stopped doing tactical requests, so make sure you send in your tactical requests, but also you can share this video, you can subscribe, all of that good stuff to help this channel out grow. And now let's get stuck in. So yes, the results in the league: we played 35, we won 28, we drew 6, we lost 1. Goal difference of plus 66 and a points tally on 90. In the Conference League, we're obviously in the final and in the Domestic Cup. We did beat Banik Ostrava, I believe that's how you pronounce the name. We beat them 2-1 in the final, absolutely outplaying them only scoring because of a penalty. Otherwise, this game would not have gone to extra time. You can also see how well we are doing here as well. We've played 42 games, we've won 34, drawing 7, only losing 1 out of those 42 games. We scored 111 goals, conceded 30, goal difference of plus 81, and a win percentage of 80. In the league, we didn't score the most goals, Slavia Prague did, but they are the best team in this league by a mile. So we are just in touch and distance behind them. For most shots for, it is us. For the fewest shots against, it's us again. So we were effective going forward, also effective defensively. Most possession, we are joint top with 57%. Now that is one of the major changes from this tactic to the original one, obviously. Tackles won, 558 puts us on top. Dribbles made, we are on top. Most clean sheets and fewest conceded. Player stats, our striker is at the bottom of the top 8 for the most goals. For the most assists, we have 2 players in the top 8. Most shots for, nobody is there. Most man of the match awards, our left winger at the top. He was fantastic. Most key passes, our left winger once again. For the best pass completion, our centre back again. Another major change that you guys will notice when it comes to talking about the player roles, but also how we approach the opponents. For the most tackles won, both of our fullbacks in the top 8 that actually have the same amount of tackles completed, weirdly enough. Most dribbles made, our left wingers in that list. Our goalkeeper has the most clean sheets. So if we are going to compare ourselves with the average in the league, you can see with the goals per game, expected goals per game, conceded per game, expected goals against per game, shots per game, we absolutely blow the average out of the park. Now looking at the shots on target ratio, I mean, we're just in and around the average. Best pass completion as well, just above the average, and for the tackles won ratio, just above the average. We can look at the squad stats before we go to the tactic and look at the difference between the two. Our striker scoring 21 goals, our left winger scoring 19, our backup striker scoring 15 goals, our central midfielder scoring 11, our right back / right winger scoring 11, and our central midfielder / defensive midfielder scoring 11. Looking at the creative players, our left winger, like I told you, he was on fire. He's got 13 assists. Our right back / right winger has 12. Our left winger / right winger has 11 assists. Our striker has 11 assists. Again, a big difference from the original. This striker is more creative or more involved in the build-up play, whereas before the striker was just mainly focused on scoring goals. And then our right back, the 26-year-old, I don't know why that's relevant, he's got 10 assists. But now it's time to look at the tactics and the difference between the two. So looking at the original tactic, you can see it's very, very attack heavy. The front three, winger attack, advanced forward attack, inverted winger attack. Basically, all three are attacking, all running forward, getting further forward, very, very direct. But behind them, or behind the wingers, we have two wing backs who are hard-coded to get further forward. That is their natural behavior. So the wing backs are getting further forward, the wingers are getting further forward, the strikers getting further forward, but also the two central midfielders are very, very aggressive as well. We've got one central midfielder on attack, but we also have a Mazzala on support, and if we check the Mazzala, he's going to be roaming from his position but also getting further forward and moving into those channels. Team instructions as well, we're passing it into space, we're instructing passes to go into players' path, forcing those players to run onto it. We're overlapping on the left, overlapping on the right, so we're adding more risk to those fullbacks. We're passing it short, higher tempo and running at the defense. Transition wise, we are pressing when we do lose the ball. That remains the same, but what has changed, or possibly has changed, I'm giving you guys some spoiler alerts here. When the possession has been won, we are countering, and what is that telling our players to do? Run forward. So originally, you can see how this tactic was very, very aggressive, even off the ball as well. The higher defensive line, trigger press much more often, higher line of engagement. This tactic, or the original, was very aggressive. So when it comes to a team like Sparta Prague, you can see why results were fairly inconsistent for me at the start, but I made some changes. What changes did I make? Whoa, hold your horses, grab your mobile phone and download this OneFootball app, because OneFootball has kindly sponsored this video once again. The OneFootball app allows you to check the latest football news, the latest team stats. So if you need to recreate a real life tactic into Football Manager, you can use OneFootball. Just check some of the stats and all of that good news. There is a selected Serie A game live on the app for free every Saturday, so make sure you download the app. And by downloading this app, you're actually supporting this channel a lot. It goes a long way by downloading it, so really appreciate it. I will see you guys. No, I won't see you guys soon. We're going into the game to check out the tactics, so I'll see you guys on that side. In possession, you will have noticed already there's a couple differences. We're no longer overlapping on the left or overlapping on the right. Instead, we're underlapping. There is more of a focus to play in those central areas, and we are no longer passing it into space. One of the flaws or the weaknesses of the previous tactic is that we lost the ball far too often. If we're not a very, very good team, I believe Roma are a fairly good team in Serie A. Sparta are even a very good team in this league, but when it comes against the opponents in Europe, for an example, we lost the ball far too often and we just weren't good enough in possession. Transition wise as well, the counter press is still on, but we're no longer countering. It's no longer everybody just get further forward immediately after winning the ball back. If we did that, or if we carried on doing that, we leave space behind us for the opponents to attack, and that was one of the things that was happening at Sparta, and that is one of the things that I had to stop and change. Lastly, out of possession, another thing that kept happening is the opponents playing the ball over the top or just getting behind our defensive line. So what I decided to do is to drop our defensive line. And at Sparta, we don't have aerially dominant defenders, so we were forcing the opponents on the outside originally, and that allowed crosses to come in, but we weren't getting rid of those crosses, so we were conceding that way as well. So we stopped conceding the goals, and you will have noticed, because we do have the best defense. But there's also player role changes as well. Not with the keeper, because the keeper stays exactly the same, but the fullbacks have changed, well, to fullbacks rather than wingbacks. We had two wingbacks before. The left back, he's no longer that aggressive, though he does have get further forward. The wingbacks have get further forward, but they are hard-coded, meaning that is that player's behavior. A wingback is supposed to get further forward because that is just his natural behavior, whereas a fullback, if I'm asking him to get further forward, I'm only increasing that tendency. I'm not telling him, hey, every time we have the ball, get further forward. No, instead, I'm increasing his tendency. So for an example, a winger, he stays wider. That is partly part of that winger's behavior. A winger is supposed to stay out wide, and if I ask my inverted winger to stay wide, it's not exactly the same thing as a winger staying out wide hard-coded. For my inverted winger, I'm just increasing his tendency. So for the fullbacks, we are using two fullbacks. The one on the left is on support, the one on the right is on attack, mainly because now now the inverted winger is on support rather than attack. So on the right hand side, we kind of get this natural overlap, but also underlap because we want those underlaps to be happening. So the fullback on the right hand side, he's going to be getting further forward, whilst this right winger here, he's more a supportive player, but also again helping out in those central areas. At the back, we have one ball playing defender rather than two. Previously we had two, now we have a central defender playing safe. The ball playing defenders, they do like to play counter-attacking passes or like to initiate counter-attacking passes, but seeing as we have no counter-attacking instruction on, I felt it was kind of pointless. But also again, they do like to launch those balls, and we did lose the ball fairly often. And like I told you earlier, you will notice the difference because this guy completed or had the best pass completion in the league, and if we go to his form, he is our central defender, well, the defender on the central defender role. So that is one major difference between this tactic and the previous one. In defensive midfield, nothing has changed. In central midfield, minor things have changed. Now we're using two central midfielders on attack rather than one Mazzala and one central midfielder on attack. I nearly messed up my words there. But we do have two central midfielders on attack now. This might to you seem like we're more aggressive in central midfield, but I actually think it's fairly the same. The behavior is different. So the Mazzala likes to run wide with the ball, or he just likes to run wide and operate in those wider areas. When we do lose the ball, that actually makes it fairly difficult for us to counter press because the Mazzala sometimes is out of position, whereas the central midfielder, both of them and the defensive midfielder, like to stay in that central area. So they're more of a free unit in midfield. When we do lose the ball, you will notice that our three central midfielders are often in good positions, whereas the Mazzala likes to focus in those wider areas. But also, like I told you earlier, we want to attack more in those central areas, and the central midfielder helps with that a lot better. In the attack line, we already spoke on the inverted winger change. On the left hand side, we haven't changed the winger from attack. That was one of the strengths with a central midfielder on attack from the previous tactic. And lastly, up top, we no longer have that advanced forward. Now we have a pressing forward on support, and one big difference between the two is creativity. We did see our striker with 11 assists as a pressing forward on support. Tammy Abraham from the original tactic that I created at Roma certainly did not get double figures with assists, but that there wraps up the difference between the two. This is now the 4-3-3 Perfecto rebirth, and this is the 4-3-3 Perfecto original. The two are very, very good tactics. I do believe the rebirth is more of a universal tactic that should work with majority of the clubs, whereas I feel the original is mainly for the very, very good sides. But now it's time to play that European final. I'm not sure if it's Sparta's very first European final, but it could be the very first time that they win a European trophy. So let's get stuck in. So this is the team that I'm going with. I would have gone through it in details, but to be honest with you, I don't even know how to pronounce half of these names. I know Chatulo. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that name correctly because there's a pronunciation on the S. Enough of that. Let's get stuck in to this European final. Team talk is done. Well, I'm trying to motivate these guys now for this final. Let's go, boys! Sparta Prague are in red today with FC Cologne in white. So here is the first attack. Hopefully it's not going to Cologne, but they do have the ball. Here's Anderson. That surely is intercepted, and it is. Our goalkeeper just hoofs that. Come on, Kucha, put the pressure on. He does. Oh, he's almost falling to our winger. He's through. Pesek. He's going to cut back surely. Yes, he is. Harsling, the right back. That's not even the right back. That's the right winger. And it falls into Timo Horn's hand, and he's going to kick this long, I think. No, he's not. He's going to throw it out wide. Our winger should... Why is he not? Now, this is what I mean about preventing short goalkeeper distribution. It messes with the shape. All of our wingers, or all of our attackers, which is very narrow there. Anderson. Holy smoke. So here's Zellini with a throw in now. So too low. He's going to... Oh, nice pass there to Pesek. Plays it to Janko. Oof, almost finds that central midfielder breaking through, but we win the ball back. Here's Kucha running inside the box, running wide though. Oh, great defending there, but it's falling to our defender again, and it's allowing to reapply that pressure. Here's Zellini now, the left back. Come on, kick it up. Oh, that's a silly ball, but it's made it. Kucha, that's offside. What a beautiful goal. But I do believe that was way offside. I mean, even I saw that from here, and I'm in England. Good start though, good start, promising start. I mean, after those couple of highlights, this half has died down. Cologne possibly just sitting deeper now. No, they're not. They're in their groove, but we do have a throw in. Here's Vinheim now. Sacek. Oh, we've whipped it in. Good defending out. Pavelka, Yanko, Zellini. Come on, boy. Chatullo plays it back to Pavelka. Slowly bringing Cologne out. Here's the right back. Inside the box. We've got to score that. And it's 1-0 in the final. Jakub Peszek has scored Sparta Prague's goal in this Conference League final. Oh my God. I can smell the European trophy. Can you smell it? Can you smell it? Here's Wilhelm now. Obviously, it's the replay that I'm going through. But to look how many bodies that we do have in this box here, it's still very attacking. Well, very attack heavy, but with more patience, more calculated with our attacks. And you can see here, Pavelka just supporting this here, supporting this area. If the ball does come out, Pavelka is there to sweep it up. But so too, our left back. Let's go, boys. Oh, no. No, 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 no. No. No, because the thing is that we have a couple key players out already. We have our left winger who was absolutely just on fire this season. He's out. The left back is out. And now our key strikers. So if we win this, that's even more impressive. Oh my God, we have a corner. Chatullo in his two. Chatullo, two. Chatullo, two. Chatullo, two. Chatullo, two. Come on, boys. It's 2-0 in the final. Sparta Prague are on the way to their first European trophy. Now, to make this performance... Oh, I was just about to say clean sheet will make this performance perfect. And they just hit the bar and it's gone over. It's half-time and what a half it has been. Sparta Prague 2, FC Cologne 0. Both have had 7 shots. We've had 3 on target. They've had 2. Our XG is slightly better. We've seen more of the ball as well and completed 89% of our passes. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Would I like to proceed to the second half? Point my finger, I'm very happy, but keep it up. FC Cologne are starting to get into the game now. I'm sure they've got more attacking because they've had a few shots up the air. You can see they've had a few shots at our goal, but they still haven't created anything noteworthy. It's now our corner. We've had one and scored one already. Here's Sacek. Plays it to Pavelka. Stülo, what a player. What a player. Here's Sacek. Oh, Horslin, it's free! And it's not even going to VAR. It was a complete legitimate goal. It is now Sparta 3, FC Cologne 0. I noticed that FC Cologne have come out a little bit more attacking, so they might start to leave some gaps and we might be able to expose it. It's Sparta 3, FC Cologne 0. I mean, I want this clean sheet, so instructions, time wasting. Yeah, be more disciplined. Don't run at the fence. Don't underlap. Yep. Counter press. We don't need to really drop. We can drop the press a little, but we don't really need to drop our lines and just sit back. And we've got a clean sheet and we are European champions. Even if it's just the Europa Conference League, it doesn't matter. We've won our first European trophy. I am a legend at Sparta in Sparta. Now we're about to lift this trophy, this European trophy. We are champions, and unfortunately that wraps up today's video. If you have enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. In the comment section, I haven't stopped with the tactical requests, so make sure you keep them coming in. We're going to keep this live as well. All these tactical requests, they're going to continue all the way into FM23. We're not going to have a break. We're just going to continue. And also share this video or subscribe and just help it grow, basically. Also download that OneFootball app, but I will see you guys soon. Stay safe. God bless. Good night. Shout out to my Patreon.